Let's let some people gather in here. Let's fix some things, get things situated as we do that. Check on Monday Night Football. It is 10:04 on the East Coast. I'm trying to sit closer to this microphone. Probably move it over here. The score of this game. Come on, Monday Night Football. 17-6. Caleb Williams looking pretty good. All right, let's do some computer work over here. What's up, zombie? Yeah, just kind of went with it on that one. I had something better in my head earlier today, but they were not very good yesterday, and I fear that they might not be that good in real life. But definitely had a better season last night. Rebuilding them in year one took a while. Went 9-8. Tremendous job of just missing the playoffs. Some bad ranks there. Oh, I think we can fix that. We were, and we probably still are using. That's the injury report. Green Bay's West Coast zone run, and Jacksonville's defense with 4-3 under. In what I've seen so far, possibly the better 4-3 playbook. So we're gonna try and prove that. But if we're not greatly improving this year on defense, we'll have to maybe adjust back to one of our better 3-4 playbooks. I don't know, but the Jags seem to have pretty good seasons in quick sim. A lot of that is Josh Allen's Hines, so we need to try and find one. Um, we left off at free agency, so let's take a look, kind of gather what we need. We definitely need a backup QB. I think it's kind of important to have a decent one if you can, especially for um, preseason. Looking good on the backs for the most part. I mean, Devon A. Chain's pretty light in the arse, but 87 overall is pretty good. Let's see what the overall does, but I'm sure we can find a power back. What do we do with Tyreek Hill? Look at that money. I would love to trade him. It's been the Jalen Waddle show, but I don't know. Really looking to get it. So many of these kind of crap wide receivers. We're gonna get rid of a lot of this. Uh, we at least need one or two more wide receivers and make Jalen Waddle the show here. Yeah, so we gotta live with Tyreek. We will. I don't want to lose having a good member of this team. Still 93 overall, still fast. That's a pretty big transition to have to replace two wide receivers. Need a tight end. Patrick Paul, we're building him up. Jonah, he's looking pretty good. We can live with Aaron Brewer for right now. James Daniels, Austin Jackson. So we're gonna need a right tackle and just backup offensive lineman. I'm gonna go ahead and try to acquire. So we definitely need a tight end. Chop Robinson, he'll definitely have to do. I think he's fast. More of a linebacker. And then we have Bradley Chubb. You seen the XP boost you get from 3 stacking the camp counselor ability? I'm gonna look at that. Thanks, Brandon. I probably might have. We are gonna look at that in just a second. We need a Sam. Could use a Mike for sure, especially at that price. I mean, there's a lot of money they can cut coming into this season here, and they need a Will. There's not a lot of huge names. I mean, this is not good. This is not ideal. I prioritize corner. I feel like you can find some really good corners later in the draft. Right now, I'm thinking in the draft since we're gonna be in the middle of the road. Um, prioritize prioritizing edge rusher or wide receiver, and we'll hopefully we can wait on the corner. But we need two corners. Fuck, we need just a whole quarterback corner room and just build them all up together. I mean, Minka needs to get. I mean, they could. These are kind of accurate, and then we for sure need a strong safety. If this is accurate, and if they have the season that they're going to have, possibly, God, we need a fucking kicker and a punter. I'm gonna have to probably cut some people, but there's like no one really to sign. Two is making so much money. We could restructure him if we really need to. His restructure, we could free up 31 in cap space this season, and we're dropping people, so we'll probably do that. We gotta do what we gotta do. As far as cutting people, if we really need to. Let's go to the whole team here. I mean, look at this. I, yikes. Minka. I don't really want to move up on from him. I don't want to go too far backwards. Austin Jackson. I don't. Rebuilding everyone is not ideal. Do we have to? What can we do with Chubbs? Yeah, I mean, we can create room, and we'll have guys falling off next year. So I believe I want to be prepared for some big free agents. I think Aiden Hutchinson generally will be in the next free agency class. All right, so what do we really need first? We need a safety. What's a young guy here? And please let me know. Do I want Tua for longer? No. But I mean Tua is overall good enough for now. Um, you know, you gotta keep the eye on the not getting fired. I don't want to get fired. So at the very least, we get some young weapons. I want at least a quarterback with a higher overall to um to be able to build them up a little bit, and then have a nice group of weapons there that we can bring in a new quarterback in the future. Let's focus on getting a foundation. I mean, that's the way I would like to play, but I don't know if you guys feel differently. We try and get rid of two or what? Who can we find and we can build up? As far as a starter, what does Brisker want? Let's just see what that would be. I mean, we're kind of in the mix there. Let's see this sets us apart. All right, there we go. We can get better at safety. I mean, should we bring in Cook and try to move on from Minka? I actually might like that. Brian Cook one. We're the only ones on him. I'm gonna do it. See what we can get for. I'll take a downgrade safety, or maybe we keep him and he's our box. Restructure him. I don't know. We'll see. As far as corner goes, we're gonna be bringing in somebody. But is anyone gonna like a mentor tag? Future starter Jack Jones. Bring back Beanie Bishop. Oh wow, that's a wait. RM, you don't like what Brandon's saying? You don't. I wish you could turn off training camp. Yeah, wait. Mentor tag. I had all these mentor tags in my Jags rebuild, and not one of them hit. But Brandon, I greatly appreciate. Yeah, I mean, I don't usually mess with training camp too much. I don't like playing and doing all that stuff, so I don't usually do that. I don't usually, but you know, I will definitely pay attention and mark down what Brandon's saying. Did you get that on your own, Brandon, or did you come up with that? It feels like they try to make some things realistic and then some things not. They try to keep a balance. They're trying. All right, just give me 1 second, Brandon. I'm writing this down. So you need tier three camp. Write down your name as well, because I will forget. Forget it. Yeah. I don't know. Do you feel bad using the tier five scouts? Like, I mean, years and years past, like you'd go on to Operation Sports and have all the draft classes, and it's pretty easy anyway to determine who you want. I think no matter what, having all of these um you know new things and stuff, it's still hard to win, and I feel like they made it just harder to win, whether you have the good playbooks or not. So, some people say, like, they crush it, and a lot of people are having problems. So it's not like people are like, I have 90 some overall teams and I'm still losing. So yeah, they always need variety. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty big change from how it was in the past, especially the past couple years is pretty straightforward. So hopefully they build on it. I know, like, a lot of people complained about it's being all playbook based, and yeah, stats and stuff can be very playbook based still, but it seems like you're not just grabbing the Bengals and winning Super Bowls while throwing 5,000 yards. So, you know, give and take there. And I agree with Brandon. Defense is very weird. 4-3 playbooks seem to be awful. They seem better, maybe, in slow sim. I don't know if that's because the offenses of those teams are just playing well. Um, and then, like, I've noticed weird things. I don't have like a complete lockdown science to this, but I liked my top three, four playbooks, and then I started mixing and matching their best schemes with certain playbooks and their schemes, and finding, like, I was getting really different results. So it's almost like, you gotta have the perfect mixture of everything, and you gotta um, keep building up players and scheme and coach. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more to it, but oh, nice arm. Yeah, I mean, the play sheets definitely helped. I mean, last night I think that we got the defense to play above its means with using the play sheets of what the 4-3 defense and the 3-4 defense, and it seemed to just work very well. Like, it was, they weren't putting up tremendous numbers; they were just winning games. Run and shoot playbook or run and shoot scheme, RM? Are you doing any more 30-man, 32-man leagues? I'm assuming it's a slow sim too, right? Scheme. I've I feel like you know I'll have to try it out with slow sim. I'm still just going through playbooks, and slow sims, obviously very slow. Sometimes you make a change, and like with the Panthers, I made a change to their scheme, and they absolutely crushed the Dolphins in like week 5, and then that very scheme they got crushed the next week, and then put them in what put them in the Bengals playbook. The Bengals are undefeated, and they still look bad. So, excuse me, just never know. But let's stick to quick sim for now. You've seen them pop off in quick or slow sim, Brandon? That's cool. Are you what kind of sliders are you using? You just going with what stock, or you got some sliders that you use? Y- Yeah, I haven't seen the Giants too much. I mean, I thought their playbooks were way better um, last year as far as defensively. I thought they'd be better. So Brandon, you use All Pro. You don't have it on All Madden. That might be the thing. I have it on All Madden, but for what I'm seeing, I follow some people, looking to see who's got good sliders for slow sim, and still haven't fixed the huge sack numbers. So RM, I should take um slow sim off of All Madden, put it on All Pro, and you have good sliders for this year. And if you do, where can we find this? Can we share? We'll check it out. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I really haven't seen a difference with simming, quick simming, and All Pro or All Pro, All Madden this year. I feel like it's been fine, but that also could be why. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna look into it. All Pro. There's so much stuff to do. That'd just be dumb if it just made things um that much different between All Pro and All Madden on Quick Sim. I could understand it for Slow Sim, but oh damn, RM, 15 minutes? What's your um accelerated clock at? 10-second play clock. Okay. I feel like that excuse me. That could change things a lot. The 10-second play clock. Like what does that do with eliminating the offensive running motion plays, certain motion plays? But how do you know the time of a game is generally? If it I try to keep games because do this whole thing at the end of the season, going into the summer where I have all the updated rosters and try to do this whole slow sim every game kind of thing. And I've always tried to keep it to where four quarters records in about 50 minutes. So that way, if it goes to overtime, it's about an hour long video. Well, RM, if you got a place you want to promote your sliders or whatever, drop a link in the chat or whatever. If not, maybe we can convince you to throw them on your YouTube channel or whatever. But I'm very interested. I'm always looking for who's got the best. Um, cool. All right. RM's the man. Looking forward to it. Yeah, RM, are you familiar with Sim Gaming Network? I know he like does, especially last man. He didn't touch. I think towards the end for CPU versus GPU, he like didn't touch any sliders. It was all turning off this penalty and turning down this penalty and weird stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't. We use I used Sim Gaming Networks, and I had some problems with it. But I also control both teams' CPU. I have an account, offline account on all 32 teams. I'm sure that affects things because he had this whole thing where like you control the away, the team you're playing, and then you know retire that coach, and then you had to go in and go out and all that stuff like that. So I'm sure I did it wrong, but like I had huge sack numbers, and then at some points, if I didn't do it right, quarterbacks were throwing the most ridiculously stupid pick sixes in the world, and then they got better, especially in the playoffs. But it was all over the place, and I think there's a lot of really good things with Slow Sim this year. There's so many better animations. I'm sure we'll get sick of them soon, but it just looks like it could be a completely better game than it was last year as far as what they added. So yeah, he has Sim Gaming Network. I mean, he's got a lot of people. He's got like a whole Discord, and I know he works. That's all he pretty much does, and he's bigger into, I think, more focused on player versus CPU sliders, but he also does CPU versus GPU. And I think in his community, you know, guys will help him out. So definitely check him out. He was pretty much the only person I could find last year that was really, had a big following. Yeah, he was using XP sliders. He didn't mess with gameplay sliders, but I know he messed with XP sliders a lot. All right, which controller am I using here? Okay. It, especially for live sim. I feel like if you tune XP, you have to mess with draft class strength and stuff out. Dude, that I like quick sim and rebuilding. That's like kind of my thing, and I try to find some playbooks that are good for slow sim because there's not really too many people do that. But like the whole slider thing, that's other people's ball games, man. I am not messing with that. So I give everyone that wants to fine tune sliders all the credit in the world. And it feels like it's just like wild that it's on us to have to like make this game play correctly. Oh, I appreciate you, RM. There's like no one that wants to do it or doing it, and I don't get to play that much and do my own rebuilds as much, like all the testing. So that's why I thought I tried like rebuild together. So I basically just do this to help other people. Fully committed. Yeah, Brandon. I try to stick to base everything for quick sim because I don't want to go too far off in any direction because I never know what anyone's using. Uh, for slow sim, as I get into it more, I definitely will be like, hey, I'm using this person's sliders, so you might have different results. Yeah, yeah. It's like it gets tedious after a while. Sometimes I gotta take a break. All the simulations, quick sims, all that stuff. It's a little hairy. It's fun. I mean, when you find something though that's like last year before it got nuked because of a playbook up the last playbook update, like finding how good the Broncos playbook was with throwing to the slot was even more it was even better than the Rams. I mean, that was fun. That was awesome. And then that didn't last too long. It was still pretty good after the last playbook updates, but not as good. And then it just made the Rams even better. Also, yeah, retweet RM. Your channel is the best button to playbook testing analysis. Couple. Finding a little diamond or shit. I appreciate you guys' kind words and everything like that. It's fun. I mean, there's not a lot of people, but there are people like leave comments of like, dude, I've been looking for this, or like, I can't believe there's someone actually doing this. Like, it was so frustrating or whatever, and you know, answering questions to comments of videos and stuff like that. It's fun. There, speaking of horseshit, there are some bad playbooks this year. Um, I don't know if it's a good thing, but a lot of playbooks with what I've been testing out right now, trying to like, all right, here's the best quarterback run playbooks. Here's the best running back playbooks. Um, there's a lot that are similar, and passing numbers are not very high in a lot of playbooks, or a decent amount. But those playbooks do well with winning, and then you have and like your defense having good numbers, and then you have the Bengals, and I mean I like it. It tells me that people they're paying attention. I guess here you can throw for 5,000 yards, but you're not gonna win that easy or that much. So pick your poison. Definitely some bad ones. Miami's one of them for sure. Remember the days when everyone ran Casey or Dallas, and then maybe Tampa Bay. Yeah, I remember when Tampa Bay was really good. I personally liked Madden. I thought the playbooks last year in Madden 25 were good. Because I just thought there was like 10 really good ones, and you could you know mess with the Rams, and have big slot numbers, and then Casey's always been really good with the tight end and the slot, and what do we have? We had what was it? At one point, it was what the Chargers before playbooks got changed. The Chargers like the best rushing playbook, so you could rush for 1,800, 1,900 yards if you really worked everything correctly with a power back and having the right abilities. Um, yeah, I mean they nerfed, in my opinion, they nerfed the Chiefs a little bit. You kind of gotta get lucky, change your scheme up to get really good results from the Chiefs, which is kind of pretty good. Yeah, dude, look, Chargers great. Chargers in Madden 24 was the best quick or It was really good. It was one of the best quick sim playbooks, especially down the end of Madden 24. But it was the best slow sim offense in Madden 24, in my opinion. I think I remember you RM telling me that. So that was a slow sim. You guys, yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're still using Buffalo's defense in slow sim this year, and you're getting big sack numbers. Yeah, Brandon, I thought there for defense. Obviously, the Bills last year was the only really good 4-3 playbook, but I thought we had found some really good 3-4 playbooks that touched it. I mean, the Steelers was, in my opinion, the best defensive playbook. When I put the Steelers defense and the Rams offense together, it was probably the most successful rebuild I've ever had. I think I went to 7 straight Super Bowls and won 6 of them. That was ridiculous. It's not the best live sim. I mean, still a long way to go, and we haven't had playbook updates yet. I'm sure that'll change. I remember, was it last year? Yeah, because Caleb Williams was a rookie when that playbook. If I remember correctly, when the Bears offense was still when it before they had any playbook changes, the Bears offense was heavy QB runs, and it was still like tailored to what um what's his name, Justin Fields was. And then after the first playbook updates, it was a worse offense, but it was more tailored to what they were running with Caleb Williams. So there'll definitely be some changes. Yeah, you know what? What's if things go a little haywire this year and we're not getting better results, this Miami defense and the Jags. Let's go back to the Buffalo. Well, you were you using cover four right? No, back the day I used to run 4-3 New England. Never had issue, but sack numbers stout in live sim, good against the pass and run. For the Buffalo D you're running this year, are you what scheme are you running? Still quarters. By the way, I'm not going to sign a corner right now because we're going after that hard in the draft. Buffalo D would be 4. Yeah, it would be 4-3. But what were you running? Quarters, cover three, cover two, base. Um, I think I would love Christian Watson on this team. Base, base, Buffalo. Some base defense. Okay. What do you think Christian Watson wants? No, and plus he's 27. We're not gonna do that. Watson definitely fits McDaniel's speed mold. Yeah, we're going after speed in this rebuild. We're McDaniel's, took the demotion. He's down there and as our offensive coordinator. That's more his speed. He's not, in my opinion, the leader of men. So we'll let him do what he is good at, and we'll just give him the pieces. But I wish Watson was a little bit cheaper. I mean, younger. But you know, Fanta Claus. We'll take a big fast tight end. We'll take him. How much money do you think he's getting? I think we'll get him. And Bellinger wants to come back, or no, not Bellinger was on. He used Bellinger in a different rebuild. That's my bad. The only thing we could address is right tackle. Can we get him? That we'd have to restructure. I would do that. That's pretty good numbers for Watson in the Bengals. Definitely, I love John Mechie and Tim Sky Moore. Yeah, I would try to find those type of guys after draft. I feel like they're all over the place, and teams, especially after cuts, just throw away guys. Especially like Mechie, he gets thrown back in. What do you think about Mechie being on the Eagles in real life? Yeah, I build every player to playmaker. The only thing I worry about with Mechie is Jalen Hurts gets very focused on um, his stars, and it's taken him until the playoffs last year, and it's starting off a little better than it was when we first got him. But Dotson, it just take it. Jalen Hurts, needs to trust you, and it took him a while with Jahan Dotson. So, but maybe the Alabama connection will get him there. Yeah, I guess Texans, let him go. They have so many wide receivers there, but I mean, before he got sick, he looked like he was going to be a pretty good draft pick for them. It was a shame what happened to him, but glad he bounced back. I mean, we do need a Sam. We'll come back and get that. I think I'm going to upgrade the right tackle here, and then we'll make the money work later. Just get some overall here, and hopefully we can. They'll help us build a team. If we draft a tackle, then we'll build them up. Hinton's still there. We can get Hinton very cheap. Layden Robinson. Real quick. All right. So who we targeting here? We got Brisker, Moten, Brian Cook, and Fant. I mean, I'm kind of good, like I said, with Brisker and Cook, and then maybe moving on from Minker, use him as sub. Brandon, another Steelers fan. Just like my boy Mikey. Yeah, yeah. I know it's Madden, but like when we looked at the live sim of what the teams were going to look like at the end of Madden 25, doing the whole thing. I mean, obviously DK Metcalf and played awesome, and Calvin Austin played awesome in the slow sim. But I was like, looking at it aesthetically at Madden 25 last year with updated rosters, I was like, ugh, like they're a good team, but like, where's that wide receiver two? I mean, they would if they never got rid of Pickens, it for sure would look on paper way better. If you tried scouted LBs and moving them to edge, you can also do it with Mike linebackers. Usually get 9 plus X. RM, I've seen Sam's in some playbooks get sacks, and and what is it? What's the linebacker from the Jags? He's actually like, um, what is he? I'm blanking on his name. Let's go look at the Jags real quick, so I can tell you. Their will. Fuck is he? How do you say it? Aluakun? He's a great pass rusher. So he's their will, but they have him listed here on Sam. He's a Jack Kaiser. Yeah, I mean, he shows up as someone as you can put it, as a pass rusher. He looks pretty good in the right defense. Try to look, yeah. I try to I try to keep it 240, especially for the Sam. They seem to be the heavier guys. Yeah, Rogers looked real good. I thought Justin Fields looked good, great too. Like all of a sudden he's playing well. I mean, the offensive line. It for the Steelers and the Jets game. Do we have a problem with the Steelers defense right now, or the Jets just that look that good running the ball? They're just trying to move. It usually works most of the time. If you don't have a top 15 pick, it's hard to fill the position. Yeah, I will move up in this draft if I can find a good edge rusher to build with. I'd rather get an edge rusher now and try to build them up throughout this rebuild. Yeah, I was very interested to see how Kale look tonight. I thought he looked really good. Um, you guys know Brett Coleman. If you watch his stuff, he broke this game down in a video that came out. It literally he dropped it during the what game was it? The Lions game yesterday, because like one of the top comments was like, it's absolutely diabolical that you dropped this video as the fucking Lions look like shit without Ben Johnson. And was breaking down this game, and he was talking about how Ben Johnson, you know, has pretty much the Vikings defensive of Brian Flores' number with how he attacks their defense, and you know he knows what he's doing, and it's just like, all right, is Caleb Williams gonna be able to follow along and take the next step under Ben Johnson? Because Ben Johnson seems like a great coordinator. So, and dude, Caleb Williams had some freaking moves in the pocket. He did like earlier in the game, drop back. He like went forward. Here comes the pass rush. So he backed up and they went forward again and out and scrambled up. He looked so mobile. He looked really just like get the guy a couple little passes, get his rhythm going, get his confidence up, and then he just took off. Yeah, I even think they said on the broadcast like Ben Johnson to Caleb Williams was like just get completions, and it's kind of like what he did on the first drive. It was good. I mean, I want Caleb Williams to do good. I kind of like when people kind of don't look great, fail, and everyone hates on them, and they kind of prove people wrong. I mean, I fully prescribe to the like it's not what you do in your rookie year, it's what you do in your sophomore season. So like Jaden Daniels can look, and not saying Jane Daniels is gonna be bad this year, but like we've seen in the past where guys have had great rookie years and then they don't do very well in their second year. But then a guy like, for me personally, watching the Eagles, Carson Wentz had his moments in his rookie year, but didn't look great, and then boom, year two, they freaking are one of the best teams in the NFC, and they go to a Super Bowl, and of course Nick Foles wins. But like that year two is so important, and like who that quarterback is in year two is pretty much who they're going to be for the rest of their career. You're a Niners fan and you never wanted to see Kaepernick again. Um, it's talking about like guys having careers. I never said it. I never put it out there, but like, I was watching something that Brett Coleman did with the other guy. EJ, and they were talking about the Colts, and then like it dawned on me like I don't know. Daniel Jones might actually have a good year this year. That team's been very good probably for however many years, and they just never have a quarterback. And Daniel Jones had moments, so like maybe with this offensive line and all these weapons, he might have a chance. I know it's one game. I'm like this is after the fact, but I'm kind of very interested in thinking that yesterday wasn't the biggest fluke, even though they played the Dolphins, and here we are rebuilding the Dolphins. I don't think it was that big of a fluke. I remember that the what was it the year they went to the Super Bowl with Kaepernick, just playing. It was I think it was a Sunday night or Monday night game when they played the Patriots, and the Patriots had no answer for him. Yeah, I mean Alex Pierce made some great catches, and I think he has a good head coach. I mean he did what Steichen did very good for the Eagles, so it sucks for Anthony Richardson. I mean, if you're the Colts, what are you doing? You getting rid of him or holding on to him in case Jones gets hurt? I mean, I would hate to be a Giants fan. Like, you got to watch Barkley last year, and now you got to watch potentially Daniel Jones do well. And like, dude, I hate X, but I love X at the same time. Like when I opened up my X account this morning, and it was just like the whole algorithm feeding me people, and it was like this one woman was like, it was before it was 9 hours, 12 hours. No, it had to be like 19 hours prior. Like finally, I can watch a Giants game and I have to watch Daniel Jones, and then like reading the comments, of everybody like this didn't age well and all that stuff. Like, it's that's awful. And you know, Russell Wilson, I guess, didn't look great. Yeah, I mean, dude, I was telling people that I work with, I'm an Eagles fan. Dude, I'm worried about the Giants. And then like as things went on, and um, heading to the summer, I don't feel them anymore, especially with like Russell Wilson. But that defense, that probably could have been really good. It could have been a really good team. Yeah, you got to move Anthony Richardson, see what you can get. And I wonder if like the better Daniel Jones plays, if that affects Richardson's value at all. But like if Daniel Jones gets hurt and you put Richardson out there for a game and he looks like crap after Daniel Jones looked good playing, what are you gonna get for him? But and where would he go? Yeah, you're not gonna get much, but get something. You gotta get something. I mean, even if you don't get a fourth and you get a bunch of like fifth and a sixth, like you can always do some stuff, some things with those. Like I don't know necessarily drafting players with fifths and sixths, but I mean hell, like if you start stockpiling them, those are very valuable pieces. Having later round picks to package to move up in the second and third round and pick up players like Anthony Richardson the following season. So just get something. Yeah, he needs to go to a good team. Of course, you never count out the Eagles. I think depends on the injury. With what's his name? I mean, I know they just got traded for Sam Howell, but Howie's like, I'll take your first round pick that didn't pan out and see what happens. Yeah, maybe someone could fix him, but it starts with a change of scenery. Something will click. All right, let's advance. See what we get anybody? Yeah, McKee has a thumb. Um, the legend of Tanner McKee, who might get traded. Everyone's talking about him getting traded as a trade piece. I'm gonna have to give Noah Fant some more money. I think I want some Noah Fant. Let's give him. That's not happening. RM. You want to see the playbooks and the scheme? Right now, we're doing Green Bay West Coast zone run and Jacksonville 4-3 under, and kind of going from there. Yeah, I don't prioritize it so much. I would like to, get a rookie eventually and build him up, but I'll go after the overall aspect and a player with some speed. But I might go with I'll probably move off of him now. He's got so many offers, and go with Bellinger. I used Bellinger in my Jags rebuild, and he was just fine. And I bet you nobody's really on him, and he's way cheaper. See what Daniel's doing here. Nobody wants him. Who was our signing? So our our safeties are better. I don't know if you guys have found this. Yeah, Dellinger can definitely be a stud. Oh, you did? Nice. Yeah, I kind of liked how that looked. They did that with a lot of the playbooks. If you play fantasy, you probably know this. Like tight ends just don't. They're hit or miss. They're so hit or miss these nowadays, and very frustrating. So I like how there's a lot of playbooks just don't feature the tight end or even get that amount, big numbers, and if they do, it's very random. Who we're looking at? Who got Moten? The Niners. I think even Havenstein or Jonah Williams would be an upgrade. What's our current situation here? Hmm, not that much. Does he? Let's go back and look at Moten. What's his Is he slow? Yeah, that's not my favorite type of acceleration and speed combination. I rather have guys that are, you know in the 70s if I can. Yeah, we're not gonna upgrade there. We're moving on. Now let's look at our team. Um, I always do this. This is the one thing that gets me is like where these things are at. So let's go after a backup. See, we're landing at tight end. Go after Sam. Still hate the corner situation. Fuck, we need so much. Back in the day, I would love my LT center and put them on the depth chart. Game wouldn't recognize it, and they would rarely give up 5 sacks. Yeah, the good old hacks and tricks. Quarter Hal. We'll go after Sam Howell in honor. In honor. Can I get you on a 1 year deal for 6 million? I think he'll bite. That speed we got out here. I mean, yeah, but they did a good job with fixing that. you, you couldn't have it. I'll worry about the other backups for tight end later. We just go speed here and we bring Damone Clark back. He shouldn't be here, but he is. I appreciate the prices being very cheap and recognizing what teams value price wise for a Sam linebacker. Although the Raiders, what if I give him this? All right, I'll risk it. I'll risk that. We get an upgrade here at will. Drew Tranquil still sitting out there. What do you want? What do you want? Go 1 year. Ah. Uh, they made just looking for ideal or average and lightning quick release. It's difficult. Sure, I used to draft seventh round QBs and turn them in X factors. I know. I wonder how people feel that. I feel like there was a crowd of people that complain that you could turn any quarterback into an X factor in one season. How are we feeling about that? Look, we're going for speed here. Just forget about it. Come on down, Troy. I got the need for speed. Walker, this Jalen Walker is always available. It being tougher keeps me engaged. I'd like a challenge. Give me a challenge. I think we need to get. Can we live with Jack Jones? We'll come back to that. Kicker, it really to me doesn't really matter, and no one's signing him. Punter, We'll come back. Yeah, we're gonna have to restructure people. Weird lore. I knew Christian Harris's girlfriend fiance back in high school. She was a baller. Oh, we need to get a long snapper, I believe, as well. This is like the worst rebuild ever, just as far as like not doing anything. Fuck it. I'm just gonna. Who else can I restructure it? Gotta clear up some more money here. I mean, I could just trade or cut somebody. Can't be Minka. That is a good. Well, how are we feeling the ethics of that? And when should we cut Tyreek Hill and re-sign him? I mean, that kind of happens in real football, right? Cut a guy and then they resign. I'm trying to think of celebrities I've known. Mm, I mean, there was a lot that went to my school. Little Dicky, um, but that was after me. Probably the. I'm trying to think that's one of the bigger names. When should we do that? After afterwards, after the draft, or do it now? Because if we do it now, well, he pretty much becomes someone everyone can try and sign. Then the mock draft while we wait here. Where are we at? You guys taking a left tackle. All right, yeah, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait to cut Tyreek Hill. Let's go to the next stage. Still waiting on Sam Howell. So we got Brisker, Cook, got a kicker, Harris, Troy Anderson, Damone Clark. With the speed of that linebacker core, we got Bellinger, Jalen Walker, it's just a backup. I think I'm still gonna just restructure to it to get some people, and then we can still do the whole thing here. I mean, he's only got 2 more years left on his contract anyway. Still gonna have plenty of money next year, but we're gonna have to bring in some Divine Diablo. What's his overall? Or I could have just fucking released all these guys too. Jesus, so many of them. He's playing well for you in the slow sim. Nice. That's one thing I want to start. Eventually getting into. Um, you, when I find some nice sliders and maybe do like a slow sim rebuild that I share with everybody. I'm gonna like find players like that and do all that stuff. That's fun. Train this way, this guy. Yeah, I mean, they it took them forever. I mean, I'm glad they finally like. It's not 100%, how positions are these days, but like the whole not being able to distinguish pass rushing outside linebackers from you know just 4-3 linebackers. That whole mess. Thank God they finally fixed that. Well, that's one thing. We're pretty good at DT with Grant and Zach here for now. Although, what is his contract, which is crazy. He gets hurt a lot, but I found there's so many DTs in these drafts, especially in later rounds. Like finding guys with hidden developments that were undrafted, projected undrafted. Punter, long snapper. We should have a backup quarterback. Yeah, and find some good nose tackles in the draft or after the draft will be good. Sign some free agents. Finish this out here. Let's get our punter. Whatever. Let's give Matt a 4-year contract. Just not worry about it. What? Oh, Lovato's gone. Shit, we gotta wait. We gotta wait. We gotta wait on long snapper here. Um, yeah, we'll wait on that. And just takes shit away and adds it back as new features. Waiting on owner mode to be reintroduced in a few years. Owner mode used to be my go-to. I don't understand why they got rid of it. Like no one was asking for it to be removed, and they put things in that nobody's asked for. The enshittification of American companies. I don't get the rhyme or reason. But like one thing I will say, it feels like a lot of video games go through this. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh yeah, D-Day reader. Sorry, false alarm. I was like, he wasn't here before, but he was. There, you guys take Jack Jones. Fuck it, let's move on. I mean, way harder. I mean, they kind of somewhat put that in here with like the approval breakdown. If you have, I guess, but yeah, they should have never taken it out. I mean, what thinking about old Maddens, man, like controlling like all the everything, building playbooks back in the day. That stuff was fun. Bring that back. Like people want that. Or like, can I please have custom playbooks in QuickSim? um, can I please have it in any sim where I can set my depth chart in franchise mode? Like, how can we get somewhat more customizable? Can we please make custom playbooks work? Sometimes it feels like they're afraid to make things hard, and I kind of get it. You have younger people to play. Just make an option where it's like, all right, well, you can just like you can set the difficulty of playing. You can set the difficulty of owner mode or franchise mode to where you don't have to make all these decisions and worry about complicated contracts and positions and stuff like that. Hmm. All right. You guys look at. I haven't looked at any of this stuff. I I couldn't tell you last time I like looked at like draft. You know, guaranteed X factors. I try not to do that because I don't want to know, and I think that kind of you know just makes things too easy. So I don't know exactly from looking at stuff like what makes a guy superstar or X factor or any of that stuff. So last year I tried Ultimate and got banned because I used too many coins. Was up to 20 million sniping and flipping, and they just gave me. Dude, that sucks. I stopped playing. I can only do one thing. I can't play and do rebuilds and try to like do a Madden channel. The channel really takes everything away. I've actually first started this channel to do rebuilds, and then for whatever reason, I got immediately sucked into um, playing tips, and yeah, I like this YouTube channel started off a year behind of where it should have been because I got sucked into coming up with like custom playbooks and for beating people on um, leagues that you use a custom or um, I was trying to make regs great again. I would say that make regs great again, and I was using like crazy three tight end, 13 personnel custom playbooks, and then I was doing custom nothing but empty formation playbooks. It was kind of fun, but yeah, yeah, I haven't played one snap either. Eh, Nope. When I first started playing again, a couple years ago, I was awful, so bad. It took me an entire year to get good, and then I was like, I have to give this up because I want to start this YouTube channel and do it the way I wanted to do it. Like the YouTube oh like look at this. We got all these top fives. We're gonna get a good corner. We get one in later rounds. The YouTube like tip videos, that's where everyone's trying to be that. They're all trying to be the next Zan Madden or somebody. That's a very saturated. Madden in itself for YouTube is a niche, but way more people trying to put tip videos out there that way. I'm an older guy, so just playing has escaped me a little bit. This is like, fantasy football and everything, a little bit of everything kind of combined. Controlling, especially when your team sucks in real life. This is your go-to. I don't know. I'm not paying attention right now. Who else we got here? As, well, eyes are not the same, especially when playing Battlefield. Dude, I don't know if I could touch. I don't know if I could touch Battlefield or anything like that. I mean, I was never into those games, and then my best friend was like, "You need to play Black Ops, the first Black Ops." I was like, "I don't play those kind of games," and it was fucking crack cocaine, man. From the moment I started playing Black Ops, I played the shit out of that game. I was obsessed, absolutely obsessed. I mean, and there were some really good game, Black Ops after that I really enjoyed, but that first Black Ops, oh man, that was so good. Oh yeah, they were good. I don't. Do you guys remember Sea Nanners? I brought this up before, but that was another thing. I started looking for tips on how to be good at Black Ops. That's how I found Sea Nanners, and uh, that was like amazing how good that guy was. Of course, there's probably maybe some funky shit going on with like the hours that he played and just absolutely destroying noobs. But dude, I was all about Black Ops. Incredible. Yo, I went back and looked at some of his stuff, like his videos from when he did all those commentaries, and there were still people that would come back like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, and they would come back and talk about like, dude, this video, what he was saying in this video, like changed my life. Like he was, the things he said in those videos were like absolutely fantastic, sound life advice to you know young kids and even 20-year-olds at that time. I started watching, and then like I guess he's doing stuff now. Again, it seems like really young kid shit. I don't know what game he's playing. I don't know. I'm out on that. But those videos he made back in the day will live forever. There's some great stuff, and probably when YouTube was really good too. I don't play anything. I don't play any games. This is the only game I have, and I have two copies of it because I don't know if you ever seen a picture of it. Like right now, I'm looking at one screen in front of me that is a slow sim, and then I have another PlayStation that I bought this year, which is like the quick sim PlayStation. So like I'm running slow sim while I'm testing quick sim, and those are only games I had. It came with I think Black Ops 3 or whatever this version came with like for free, the newest one. Never even tried to play it. So I just try to go all in on on running this channel. How good is Dylan Stanley? Let's find some guys here. It's like I'm running a Bitcoin operation. The amount of electricity, is that what you mean? Yeah, legit. I mean, I have a PlayStation for quick sim and slow sim only. Yo, people come over to my house like, "What's going on here?" I was like, don't even. We're not talking about this. Don't even worry about it. This is this is my thing. And like this is rare for me to be up this late. I'm trying out like the streaming thing, but most of the times when I'm doing this, I get up at 4 in the morning and I work for like 2 hours, 3 hours. That's like my work time. I try to like this doesn't interfere with my family or anything like that. So like I live life normally, but like I'm a closeted YouTuber. Yeah, I mean, boo boos, dude. When those first came out, my son would walk around all day long and it just goes, "I want a labubu," and I was like, "What the fuck is a labubu?" And now you got all these people that scam people with labubu openings and all this stuff like that. And then um, what's another thing people are doing? Uh, card, the pack openings and something like that. I guess playing cards or pack openings are a real big thing, and paying people. I don't understand all that, but everyone's trying to make a quick buck on YouTube and stuff like that, and scamming people. I bet you Zach Pemberton is good, or at least has elite skills. There you go. I think D'Angelo Watkins is going to be really good here. Let's look at some combine numbers. How about Diego Garcia? Another guy. Where you go? Yeah, they are very expensive at 35 and not dead yet, but my time will come. Not looking for the next big thing. Even though I have a YouTube channel, I'm 41, right? I 35 was like when I first started growing up, and now I'm doing a YouTube channel. But that's just the way life is right now with people. The world is changing very much. But yeah, 35 is like it took me a long time to grow up, and I got kids. Good luck, man. Yeah, I think with video games and stuff like that, especially with Madden, you find a lot more older people, just because people grew up playing this. But I think playing like anything is kind of a young man's game. RM, everything I learned the hard way. Learn the hard way. I think like most people, I thought I knew everything. Make the money, Brandon. I mean, work. Just stay consistent. I know I'm one of the big things I'm into when I'm not doing this or looking over sports is I've gotten to I think it's Jack Morgan's channel. I don't know, you know this guy. He's 35, I believe he is. Pretty good channels, doing well for himself. into the how like other people are playing the YouTube game, but like what he talks about. And you know, a rich man is a man with no bills. I really like that. And he's always working two jobs. I mean, the whole reason I started this YouTube channel, besides like it was like, all right, I like playing this, you know, doing Madden rebuilds and playing this game, and a couple reasons like trying to make some, you know, a little bit of side money with the YouTube AdSense, which is kind of annoying, but um, you know, if I'm gonna do something with my time, you know, maybe you know, get a little bit of monetization out of it. And all I've done with the money that I've made is just reinvested it back into the channel. But you know, someone like Jack Morgan or whatever his name is, I dude, all he does is like puts together like 5 Instagram reels or TikToks or whatever, and just comments on them. And then he has, you know, tons of people. But he does have some really good sound advice, and he's pretty funny. I think he tried to be a comedian earlier in his life and failed. Oh man, I'm sorry, RM. That's tough, man. That's tough. My my parents were divorced. My dad wasn't around much, so that's one of the reasons why I had probably so many problems with growing up late in life and um figuring shit out for myself. I like to say thank God for YouTube as well, as far as like learning how to fix everything. It's been very helpful. Learn how to fix stuff. Um, Another thing is don't pay this ridiculous amount. Don't pay a lot of money for a car you haven't. Dude, I don't understand how people are doing it. I mean, my wife and I combined make good money, but paying $500 or more a month for a car loan is absolutely ridiculous. I got a car off my mom. It's a 2010 Ford um, Escape. It's a piece of shit, and it gets me from point A to point B, and I have no car payment. And it's the I I don't know if I'll ever get a nice vehicle again. My wife has one. We need one for us and the kids and stuff like that. But as far as for me, just get me to work and back. That's all I need. And every once in a while, like you know, she's out with the car. I need to go somewhere. But the thought of having a car payment, another car payment, is I just there's no way. And like just try to get rid of my bills. And having a car payment for myself would not be able to do that. Just get rid of it. Don't it's don't let a car be a value symbol. It's just the weight of having that on your shoulders, and especially with how expensive living is getting. Yeah, that's another thing. Old cars are way more easy to work on. I was watching you know, someone on Instagram the other day, like this guy brought in a brand new Jeep and had an issue where it was something in the dash was clicking and starting the car on its own. And he had to take, because of where it was, he had to take the entire thing apart, the entire dashboard apart to fix one little thing. Like for, and my brother-in-law, he works for this crane company in Texas, and they gave him this brand new, fucking awesome, you know, looking work truck. It's like a Chevy, you know, 2500 or F350, one of those. And he's like, dude, this is the biggest piece of shit in the world. This is like an $85,000 truck, and it's brand new, and they just don't make them like they used to. Listen, man, just start somewhere. I mean, it starts with putting together the IKEA stuff. The more you use a screwdriver and everything, the better you'll get. It's okay to fuck up. Fuck up. Um, this one girl I work with, older woman, used to talk about like a man. You need only two types of men in this world, and usually they can only do one or the other. It's fuck or change a ceiling fan. So try to be both. And you can learn how to put a ceiling fan in on YouTube. It's nerve wracking. You're dealing with electricity, but I've never done anything like that, and now I'm a pro at putting in a ceiling fan. And I can mess with electricity. Plumbing, not so good. Electricity, I'm good at. I will never touch a gas operating project. Don't just That's something you have to get a professional for. But learn how to put in a ceiling fan, and women think that you're, a carpenter. Just cut the circuit breakers at it. Hey, it's scary, but when you know the power's off, you're fine. You're good. It's not that bad. It's pretty simple. You know, nowadays the only thing that gets me with fixing things is like when directions are in translated from like China or something like that. I put in two new lights, which are basically like putting in ceiling fans in our kitchen. And I mean, it's a good thing I like knew what I was doing from putting in the ceiling fans, or else I would have had no idea how to wire these lights correctly. Um, my wife wants to redo our shower, and that's tile. So we're doing that next year. I got like a year to learn how to do that. That looks above my pay grade, but I'm gonna try because to pay someone to do that is a lot of money, and people can do it. I was on vacation at a shore house this past year, and these people definitely did it on their own. So if they can do it, I can do it. It's just a little more, a little more arts and craftsy, a little more artistic touch to putting in tile. Um, Painting, learn how to paint. Paint's pretty easy. When I did a lot of painting work this summer. I got hooked on these videos, but like people that can, I don't know if you ever painted like edge a room with just a brush and not use tape. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Dude, just take a big ass brush and cut a room. I just, I just screwed. I'm a, I just screwed in my ceiling fan. That was wobbly today. My girlfriend phoned at me afterwards. The bar is very low. Hey man, fix something. Girls like it. Dude, yeah, I don't understand. That's even crazier. The hand painting pinstripes. What came across my Instagram last night? Um, Woodworking. Dude had a log, basically put it on the thing that spins real fast, and he was taking all the tools and he was like basically making the legs of a table. Fucking amazing art, like just all the lines and stuff. Dude, it's so awesome. I think like especially I'm very afraid of like AI coming to take our jobs. Um, so if you can get like an apprenticeship at anything, I had a buddy working at my job that left to be he got a apprentice as a welder. Like physical jobs like that, carpentry, plumbing. If you can get an apprenticeship, you could still get paid decent money. Um, and then you learn a life skill. It's gonna eventually pay you over $100,000, and you're gonna be able to do fix things on your own. And then even if you get like a plumbing one, you can eventually start your own plumbing company pretty easy. Yeah, I get caught up in that every once in a while, looking at how bad AI is gonna get. Fuck, all right, let's just get in this draft and figure out what we're gonna do. We are not we are not rebuilding at all. Oh fuck! I just hit. Wow! I just hit sim. Well, I hope we get some good people. It automatically saved. Wow! Totally fucked that up. Can I get a? Are you sure you want a sim? Those are all different leagues. All right. Well, we just made this harder than it needed to be. Totally fucked up the draft. Look how bad this is. Look how bad this is. I mean, at least we didn't get Thaddeus Colston, a 66 overall quarterback. We got a 71 overall corner at pick 18. Who did we miss? Yeah, that's what I get for not paying attention. All right, we missed on a good left tackle, a great corner. All right, well, I'm gonna have to fix this for sure. Oh man, this is terrible. We are officially a bad organization. All right, let's see if we can find some decent free agents post draft. 21-year-old. Oh, there we go. All right, gonna have to make you better than you are. Thank you, Brandon. Pour one out for this. What I just did. Well, I hope I can find some people here. Got any big dudes that have strength? come back and build a roster later. He's not very good. I want some more speed there. Wow. We could do something. No, he's got awful strength. Phil Thurman. I think he could be a decent backup. Same with Ty Phillips. You're young enough. Change the direction is king. I can get down with that. We can go back and check that. You think that is both quick sim and slow sim? Max Stanford. He's got some speed. 6'1", 294. I think we can make this guy work a little bit. Yeah, I think he can. He can be definitely play somewhere on the offensive line. Like here, these guys right here, nose tackles. Who's the biggest? Fuck, I'll just take all of them. I got these guys up. When I was doing my other one, I got these rookies around this overall and this age up to pretty decent backups within like a year. Where'd the other guy go? There he is. Definitely seemed like run stoppers were the best defensive tackles last year. I don't know if you feel that. Maybe that's different this year. And here, like Matthew Anderson, he's listed as an edge 6'3", 304, but I think we can move this guy inside. What do you think? Oh, and he's a star development. Let's go. We'll take some speed with Miles Murphy. No Sam whatsoever. We probably have to move someone there. No good rooks. Mm. Oh wow, Samil Mondon got released. We'll take him. We might have to. I don't know how we're feeling about this, but we might have to. Go look at some of these teams, what they got on the trading block, and go from there. Get kind of. We gotta do something. We can't be rocking with this team the way it is. Dennis Hicks, 69 overall, 22 star development. All right, I mean we got some star development guys, rookies in free agency. Gabe Mason, Shaq Tool, run stopper to block shed. Oh shit, we found another star development corner. Give me something, man. Be a star. Yo, all right. King of Insane UDF draft. So far, my UDF draft is 10 times better than everybody we selected. Monte Maddox is out there. Speed wise, Monte Taylor. Just get somebody with some decent overall. Whoa, what is his? That is a very slow acceleration. Is that the same mountain, Max Mountain, right? It's an interesting rookie there. 5'10", 224. 85 acceleration. I mean, whatever. We'll take it and do something with it. Put him on the Ben Sanchez. Does he have a dev? Put him on the team. If anything, he'll just be a practice squad guy. We'll build him up or something if we can. Sebastian Fernandez. For sure. Adrian Iglesias. Might be all right. I don't like that he's 23. It'd be nice if he was 68 overall and 22. RM still dropping the slow sim knowledge. Calvin Joseph, Amir Speed. I mean, that's a great name, Amir Speed. I think played for the Cards, but the other dude went from wide receiver. I think should change. Still no damn long snapper, but it is what it is. I think we need to start getting backup players. There's not too many rookies on the offensive line. Oh, Bo Mountain converted to corner. I did not know that. I like Bo Mountain. I thought he was going to be a decent wide receiver. So we drafted this guy. I mean, this is our quarterback of the future. Can we develop this guy? 6'4", 244. Doesn't have the dev, but he's got 95 throw power. Ew, gross. Look at the strength on this guy. Maybe we can flip this guy for somebody. Steve Clancy. Get rid of him. What's the throw motion of Ben Brayman? Lower three quarters one. I don't. I haven't even paid attention to what the good throwing motion is. You got one for me, RM? Discard. Changes. What's Burrow got? Does he still have over the top four? He does. No changes. Well, for now, we're gonna go with over the top four. I think we gotta build this guy up and do what we can. Maybe we move on from. We can trade Tua next year. I want to get rid of Steve Clancy. Got to mix and match here. So we still got Tyreek. We still got Jalen Waddle, who moved up to superstar. You know who played good in slow sim last year? Westbrook Akine. But Jordan Love does have, pretty good numbers this year. But we need to get Emma Jones. We need to build him up. Ben Harper, a terrible draft pick. We need some backup offensive linemen. Like, who's this guy? All right, Ty Phillips will move to throwing motion in live sim is almost more important than traits. We gotta test it out because I've, definitely. Do you think that throwing motion with a lower overall quarterback this year in slow sim would improve them that much? Do you think that's that big of something that needs to be considered? Oh, this guy's got really weak. Oh, and this is someone we drafted. This guy's not that good. I don't even want you on my team. I hate that I drafted you. Like, do you think someone could take the Browns or the Panthers, those low overall quarterbacks, and win as is first year on a consistent basis by changing the throwing motion and using some good playbooks? Yeah, conservative seems really good. God, another guy we drafted. Oh, look at this. We got a hidden development left edge. Hallelujah. Oh, he's so slow. Moving this guy to D tackle. Yeah, I feel you got to build a guy. Way more important, right? To build a guy, a quarterback, and other players a year or two before they actually do good. That's probably a good thing. Instead of just like put him in the Bengals and he will throw for 5,000 yards at 67 overall. What do we think about Max Stanford playing on the outside? 6'1", 294, 77 speed, 82 acceleration, 86 strength. Compared to this guy with the dev trait, 78, 78, 84 strength. Speaking of the Dolphins. All right, who's this guy we drafted? Rob Pearman. Harris, Troy Anderson. Yeah, we're going to cut Dodson. Save some money there. He's a G. Miles Murphy's a G in slow sim. I think I'd rather have Mondon than Walker. But we'll see. Good Lord. So many corners. Do we keep Juju? Marshall. Cam Smith's definitely gone. Well, Nick Vernon better be good. 21 overall was our first round pick. 71 overall, 6'1". He's got our best change of direction. Who's got the worst? This guy. You know what, buddy? We don't need you. Yeah, we're gonna have a bad season. We're playing some bad players here. Storm Duck, great name, but you're gone. Like, yeah, right. We might as well have Nick Vernon start. Hicks is star. He'll build up quickly. Ethan Bonner's got to go. Who else? Gabe Mason. He's a star. This guy's slow. We don't need him. I mean, we're gonna buy into the The COD. We're gonna next level this shit. I mean, we really don't need all these safeties. I feel like Marco Delgado could play um, linebacker. Yikes. Well, let's see what people are offering on the trading block. Tank Bigsby. I mean, the Eagles just traded for him. That was wild. You can move Fitzpatrick to slot corner, number 3 and 4 in base downs. Have Cook fill in when he's playing corner. Should we put Fitzpatrick at slot or should we have him at sub linebacker? Noel's on the block. How we feel about Jalen Noel? That's not a bad one. You'd pass on the sub linebacker. All right, we'll do that. Love the Bigsby move for Philly. Liability against the run. What about this freak? I think Dante Thornton's out there. How you guys feeling about let's say on Royals? I thought it'd be faster than that. Since we didn't draft anybody good, how are we feeling about Williams and Thornton and just going big and fast? Dude, Torrey Horton played so well in Slow Sim last year. What's his strength? He was like he's got bad injury. Pat Bryant slow. Horton was just good, like whatever draft class I used last year. He just played like he was down the stretch last like 8 games. He just played like he was um what should we call it? It's on the Steelers now. It's getting late. Jordan Morgan, not bad. Yeah, DK. Oh, I can't think of DK Metcalf's name. Landon Jackson. This big freak, 6'6", 264. Colts is trading away the entire secondary. Okay. CPU willing to move off from people a little too much, a little too much on the young guys, but we're gonna take advantage of that. What does what do they want? You got 84 million. You got a lot of money. What's wrong with kickers? I'm just saying, Raiders. You guys need a. Do they? I'm just saying, Raiders. You need a guy like Tyreek. Who else can we get from you? Charles Grant any good? 6'5", 309. No, I don't think I think about face cans. Oh man, they got someone I would want there. Miles Diggs. 6'5", 261, hidden development. Someone we probably should have drafted. What will you do for this? Package of players. Send you a Tyreek. Will you do that? Oh, so close. I'll send you an edge. Should we send Bradley Chubb? You think that's fair? People usually offer fair trades. You want to look at their left tackle? I mean, the left guard. Who this guy? Cale Rogers. I mean, he's not gonna play. What's he look like? What do you think? You can only have up to 3 players in a trade package. What the fuck? We can come back to that. What do we think about this trade here? I mean, the Raiders aren't going to use Charles Grant, and we need we need this. What are we thinking? Okay, can we get a draft pick? Or am I being greedy with a draft pick now? I mean, it's Tyreek Hill. I just want to see. I'm putting this here. I don't think they'll accept this. You know what? I don't even want them to accept that. I just want to see how far off we are. Okay. What are we knocking down to a 3? Even better. I get a 4. No. All right. A 6. Fine. So I need to add a pick. I'm fine with that. Jesus. For the win. Jesus. 2 7s? Good call. Add a defensive tackle. All right. Now a draft pick should do it. Right? All right, fuck. I just put that in there. The sim league I'm in, friend, we just stop trading altogether. Build through the draft and free agent. Also keep position changes to a minimum. Yeah, it's we gotta make up for a mistake here. I wouldn't be doing this trade if we didn't have such a bad draft. It's Surprising enough, even a backup QB can add a ton of value. Well, we don't. The trade piece that is Sam Howell. Oh my god! For the win. This is unbelievable. All right, we did it. We did it. Let's see here. So we got a wide receiver. We got two wide receivers. Thornton, play him. Left tackle. So I think let's move Charles Grant to right tackle. We fucking did it. Took forever. The hardest trade I've ever had in a Madden. And look, we can. I don't think anyone will pick him up, but we can save a lot of money here, getting rid of Austin Jackson. I mean, does anyone not have a right tackle whatsoever? Maybe we can get some cheap later round picks. Boom. Let me help you. Help me help you. So, what do you think he garners? A fourth? Shit, I took him out. Wrong guy. I'm fine with multiple later round picks. You got 2 5s. What 2 5s give me? No. With a 5 and a 6. No. I'm at 1 5. How about the other 5? God, we're running some hard bargains here. Sold. Another happy customer. All right, we got Chop Robinson. Build him up. We got Miles Diggs. Someone we probably should have drafted. Million defensive tackles, nose tackles. Speed at linebacker. Corner, we're fucked. I mean, do we try to move Minka now for a corner? I haven't said the depth chart yet, but Miles Murphy is there. You want me to start him over Miles Diggs? I mean, I really want to go after Williams as our other wide receiver. Free agents, no. Trade center. I mean, where's he on the depth chart? Yeah, I mean, he's down there. You know what I mean? I wouldn't base on age, but he's a very solid player, especially as an art back up the end and base downs. Wait, Brandon, you say no to going after Williams? Or training Minka for a corner? Just use Ming as a corner. Okay. All right. What do we have to offer these guys? Um, and you want a corner, quarterback? Now we'll just. What do you take for this guy? Give me. How far off is this? What do I gotta do? Yikes. Um, we is this too much for Williams? Oh, they wanted two. I want a pick back. If I'm saying two on Williams, just to see how far off we are. Okay. Well, let's look at him. Ratings, agility, ball carry vision. Let's just go. Sticking with the COD, the change of directions. Let's just see who's might be available that has a really good one. Wide receiver. I mean, all the good players have it. Who's someone underrated we can find? Well, we got Waddle. I mean, of course, we just gave up Tyreek Hill. KLS is on the block. Did we go there? Look at that. 95, change of direction, 92 agility, speed. Of course, neighbors, JMO. Dude, fucking Zach Pemberton was a late round pick that I was going to draft. That's unbelievable. Break tackle for who? KLS. Jumping is only 83. Carry, ball carry vision. Break tackle 71. I mean, I really want to right or wrong here and go after this guy. How many guys do the Colts have? Because this guy was going to be on our team. If he's buried, I'm going after him. Got Pittman, Downs, Alec Pierce, Pemberton. Yeah, but Pierce would cost more, wouldn't he? And I mean, this guy is like a smaller version of Alec Pierce, but he has way better agility. What can I get for this guy? I'm gonna write this wrong. He's gonna be buried on this depth chart. I'll give you 3. No, all right, all right. Well, all right. So Give up a 2, and it's kind of like what we're gonna have to do for the Williams deal. Boom. All right, I'm happy. I can live with this. How about corner? Well, Travis Hunter is a very good player. Maxwell Harrison, Miles Harden, Sinistru, some corner we might have drafted. Another corner we might have drafted. DJ Turner. All the guys on the Bengals play very well in slow sim. Another good corner. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be making a move on a corner slot. Um, is he my number one? No, I don't know. I think Waddle will be the number one. Okay. So the depth chart. Oh yeah, we still got this guy we can get rid of. We do not need him. Let's see if we can. Someone needs a running back, but most teams probably won't. I mean, I won't mess around. I'll mess around with some later round picks next year. Plenty of like undrafted guys to go around. Bears are a potential target. Okay, yeah. I mean, hey, I will definitely follow that advice. Penn will be number one. I mean, Waddle was playing great as the number two and in the slot to begin with. So we'll trade him to. Oh, they kind of got someone there. Just trade him to the Bears. You can have him. What are you gonna give me? A fourth? Done. Put Waddle as your GAD and slot wide receiver one. So Pem base down wide receiver, Waddle number two, and Waddle as number one slot, and Pem number two. So I haven't figured out GAD as much. Seems like it only increased the chances of end rounds, etc. for that given player. Yeah, I feel like they didn't even talk about it that much. The gadget player. Oh shit, we need tight ends. All right, let's go get some backup tight ends here. Foster Moreau. It's not that big a deal. Just need names. He's got the most strength. Good, good overall and a blocker. No, not really. Then just give me Austin Hooper. Who gives a shit? When looking for RBs, I only prioritize two stats. Of course, man is still broken with generated RBs. They need to reach an overall threshold to be decent. Yeah, I started saying this last year. They should come out much higher, right? All right, so here we go. Where's our boy? We got Thornton up here, number 3. Waddle at the 2. Pemberton at number 1. We'll move Westbrook Akine back up. I forgot we got this Emma Jones. Bellinger's number 1. Moreau. Hooper. Yeah, I mean, I was just happy that they started out like Genty, what 80 something. They're my first draft, doing my Jaguars rebuild. The best running back draft was like an 83 overall. Like they got to start in the 80s. I mean, that's pretty sick, right? I mean, so Pemberton's got the depth, so we should start him. I don't want him to lose it. Um, doesn't really matter. We'll find some more backup linemen eventually. I did leave development regression. I didn't really touch anything. I thought they would have fixed that. I don't think any rookie, whether they start or not, should lose their dev. I mean, if anything, just do it manually. That's dumb. Who the fuck starting? Which one of these guys? Grant. Oh, Grant. Duh. I want Paul here. There we go. Now we fixed it. Yeah, it's broken. I mean, when I slow sim, when I did the slow sim season last year, and then like compared how older players regress to how like they have them in Madden 26, like even like do you guys pay attention to like how you have DeAndre Hopkins regressing compared to how you regressed them in Madden 26? Like it doesn't make any sense. Come on, Clowney, give me some mentorship here. Yeah, dude, fucking look at Derrick Henry. I can't believe Derrick Henry, a guy that big. Okay, so we if we put Vernon at number two or number one. No, I didn't see the video of him running up the hill. I remember the video going to last year with him working out. Like he's just that defies things. I mean, these both got. How bad are we going to be with these guys starting? Where's the other? 6'1", 220. A little bit bigger than me. Got me about 10, 15 pounds, but I'm just a little shy of 6'1". We got Brisker. Put backing him up. Belton. Kicker. Hunter. Don't have a damn long snapper right now. That sucks. I mean, but does it really mess up the game at all? I don't think it does, right? No, I don't think Brents did very well. It was more just an overall thing. Kick returner. There we go. Emma Jones. Hicks. Not putting Pemberton there. These really matters. Dude, I love the QB sneaks. We couldn't get um the tush push. They still can't put that in there, but I love the QB sneaks. Who was I watching? You move tight ends a long snapper, like just like any tight end. Yeah, the tush push would be crazy, but it's been in for so long. It's like you kind of have to put it in. I feel like, but I guess not. A Chain or Waddle as our gadget player. Waddle, right? Power back. Ollie Gordon show. I mean, the I forget who it was, but it was. I don't think it was the Ravens, but oh no, it was the Commanders. They ran a speed option. I don't think I've seen too many speed options run in my dog. I don't think I've seen too many speed options run in slow sim, and I saw a couple this year so far. Diggs, if we start Diggs at rush end, do you think he'd be good? He's only 68 overall. Um, all right, so we are putting Minka at slot corner. Beanie Bishop. Just make sure to move him to free safety 3. It's if he's that high on the depth chart at corner. You don't think he should be playing slot corner and starting safety? Like when they go out of base, doesn't he just automatically drop into um, the slot over being a safety? No, it will mess with him stamina wise, but that's what I've noticed at least. All right, we'll consider that. We'll try it this way and then see what happens. So we need to develop an O line. We're go heavy on the development. Um, Heavy on the corner. Mm, I don't know. I mean, I would just think more of that. It's like what's going to be winning more, depending where he's at. What else do we need to do? We need to develop wide receiver. I'm more prioritizing corner O line. I guess we do need to build up our D line. Where is the D? Do D ends rush ends count in this? Free safety 2 and slot corner 1 and cover 3 could work. And corner 3 would work. Or free safety 1, slot corner 3, base down corner 4. I'm guessing this works for the D ends. All right, well, I'll definitely, when if things aren't working, I'll move it around. So we need to build up these players fast. Building our corner, O line, D line, bucket, and our wide receiver. Play call sheet. We'll control things here. This has worked for us defensive wise. Got to develop this wire or this QB for sure. Whoops. Do they earn extra XP when you just let them sit here in the focus players? They do, right? Pemberton's only normal? Shit. Maybe we are gonna put Thornton at number 1. All right, here we go. Three injuries. Well, so much for that.
A new rookie class has joined the team. There are a lot of hopes for this group, and one player was drafted to make an immediate impact in the lineup.
Wait, what is this? I don't even think. Welcome to your new home, Nick. I never got that scenario before. All right, so now we need another backup quarterback. Killing me, Smalls. Free agents. We going throw power or we going awareness? We'll go with Kirk. All right, well, we'll check on Vernon. Look at that. We got 84 million open. Look at all that money. Um, Gave it an upgrade point. Nope. You should start doing practice sims with injuries off. Just see the true potential of players. I swear, Madden still hasn't figured out injuries either. Keeping wear and tear on is more manageable. Uh, I mean, it doesn't kill me too much. We'll, we'll try and keep it on. We'll try and keep it on. All right, there we go. Ooh, G jumped 2 overall points. I think I'm going to get us to the beginning of the season and then call it quits for the night. And then we'll pick up with this rebuild in the future. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. It's getting late, but let's advance. See how fast we can get through this. It's like fatigue as well. It just seems to be a higher stamina raise. I feel like our offense needs help. What are some good ones here? 24 plays of best utilized gadget players on offense. I mean, fucking let's try it. I appreciate you joining, RM. I definitely appreciate it. Good time, man. Good talk. All good. All good, RM. Blow it up anytime, man. We all got our thing. Listen, this is my crack as well. As my wife says, I'm either all in or all out. So if you see me doing something, know that I'm all the way in. Come on, Nick. All right, so far Nick's got 2 upgrade points. I feel like it's still the same as last man. That if you upgrade run run stopper, it's better. They build faster as run stoppers. For edge, yeah. I think it worked for defensive tackles last year. Um, but I think with nose tackle now being a thing, it doesn't work as good for DTs because you got the whole nose tackle thing instead of. But for edge, I feel like because of the block shed, it works pretty good for edge. It'll build like both your potentially it'll build both speed and power. Oh, fucking another injury. That was a lot. All right, gone. I think speed rusher gets simply more upgrade points on average. Jerome, PKR. I don't know if he owns some player upgrade. Oh, did he? Probably he's not telling me to add more people here for my O line. I haven't seen too much. This guy's staying on my team. He's got a dev. I think speed rusher is a good way for the defensive tackles to build up faster. these guys should go up like 3 points at least. Going into next year. All right, we got Sam, two of you, three of you. This mess. All right, he's staying. Biggest takeaway was player maker is far and away the best for receivers. Everything else pretty close. Yeah, I feel it's been playmakers for a long time. Well, at least last year as well. It's been a long time. I mean, I'll keep Brents because he has a star development. Sorry, we're going youth movement. We gotta release him, man. Someone will take him. Don't need all these guys. Well, right now with one of our starting tackles out, I think we need to add a guy here. Day or DJ Jones, 305, 310. I'll go with the speed and the acceleration. Hey, we got our long snapper. There we go. I think we still need to. We're gonna need more offensive linemen at some point. We'll see how we get by. Oh, boom! Right here. We'll have to make some more cuts, but this guy will definitely be good to build up. Tyler Steen. Oh, we're good. We're good. Weak. How many people we need to cut? Two. Do some moving around here. Hmm. Clear some people off the practice squad. So you gotta go. I'll lose him. I'll lose him. All right, time to go to week 1. Auto generator rookies. Oh, I fucked up. Yeah, I should have left one of these open because I can't do scouting with all the tier 3s. Man, who knew the fatigue was gonna get to me? By the way, the shot plays seems like they work. Not the shot plays. Where was it? The gadget plays? We might use that. I think I'm gonna do 1 full week of simming, and then that's it. Go from there. No upgrades, of course. So funny thing is, I still have all my scouts, but I don't have that set. But I get to keep all my scouts. How about them apples, dude? That's crazy. That's a thing. Okay, little cheat code there. As long as it's the same thing, right? Fuck it, let's go. God, look at all these defensive tackles. I'm just going to see if there's anybody cut. Miller. Yeah, I hope they fix that. I mean, there's some good players here. This guy. I might pick him up. I would pick him up. Jatavian Sanders. A little undersized. Another guy that can be moved to defensive tackle. Hidden development. That's another one. That's two that were that like that. Sand market's very small. Think I'm finding anything. All right, I think that's it. I think we're good. We're gonna do one here. See if we get the win, and then move on. Oh, Bremen's back. Nice. Let's get rid of Cousins here. Right, he's healthy. Don't need Cousins. Sorry, bud. Go shopping at Kohl's all you want now. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna affect year to year. Gonna live with it. I'll live with it. Why do they switch these guys? Oh, you're annoying. Chop starting. Miles Diggs is starting. Hurting here. Defensive tackle. But we're making the best of it. Charles Grant's now our starter, our number one. Mo Clark still hurt. Don't worry. We got Troy Anderson, Brooks, Christian Harris. All right, listen, I will give you guys the starting chance here. We now have a long snapper. Punter's good. Quick returner's good. Gadgets Waddle. All right, moment of truth. Who are we taking on? We're on the road against Green Bay. Well, if you're going to play Green Bay on the road, now's the time. No, we didn't get the win. Lost 21-14. Waddle. No one did anything whatsoever. That doesn't look good. One catch for those two guys. Sack for Jordan Brooks. All right, we'll fix this. We'll get this rolling.
A new rookie class.
Didn't I just do this? What is... All right. That is it for me. Appreciate you watching. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, RM. I know you're going already. Had a great time. We will pick this back up. I can't stream every night. It would kill me. So we're going to do this next Sunday night and Monday night after football, during football. Appreciate you guys. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Thank you so much for watching. And I appreciate your kind words, and I will talk to you soon. Good luck with everything.